Hey everybody, today is baking day and I'm making my cake. Now listen, it took me 4 tries to get this cake the way I wanted it. So this is for you all now. Okay, what I did was in my blender, I took a 16-ounce container of cottage cheese, 16-ounce container of sour cream, 6 eggs, and a half a cup of my allulose. Whipped it up in my blender or food processor, whatever you have. And then I split it between 2 bowls because I'm making 2 different cakes. First one is a chocolate cake. And what I did was I took a half a stick of sweet cream salted butter, melted it with a special dark chocolate Hershey's bar, added it into the batter, and also added 2.5 tablespoons of special dark Hershey's cocoa. All right, so that's what's in this bowl now. Now the next step of this is to add the flour. Now this is key, all right, to the process. In this, I have the flour and the baking powder all sifted, ready to go, okay? Now, do this at 1/4 cup intervals, okay? And then mix it until you get a cake batter like texture. All right, I've only added a half a cup so far, and this is how the texture's coming out. It's almost ready, actually. Okay, but you got to make sure you scrape the bottom of the bowl. Okay, I'm going to probably add another 1/4 cup of the flour baking powder mix. And it's best to do this with a rubber spatula. Now, you can add chocolate chips to this if you want. That's up to you. But it's just perfect the way it is. Ooh, that is almost there. And another 1/4 cup. All right, so this basically needed only 1 1/4 cup of this sifted flour and baking powder mix. So all you gotta do now is just put it in a baking pan that has parchment paper, and you spray the parchment paper with cooking spray. You put this in there and bang the pan a little bit to even everything out, and then you bake it in your oven 375 until a toothpick or skewer inserted in the center comes out clean. Okay, so let me get this in the oven. All right, now like I said, you can make it in an actual cake pan or you can do cupcakes. I'm doing cupcakes, easier and simpler that way. And like I said, bake 375. I'm gonna put it on for 45 minutes, and then you just check it and insert a skewer or toothpick in the center And when it comes out clean, they're done. All right, now the other cake is going to be a lemon lime cheesecake cake. So we're going to add lemon juice, a little extra lemon juice than I did last time. And oh, all right, I have the lemon juice, lime juice, and 1 stick of melted sweet cream salted butter. Now already that's turning into a nice little batter. All right, now it's the same process. Quarter cup at a time of the flour and baking powder. All right, now the lemon lime cake mix batter is ready, and now I'm working on the cream cheese mixture. You need a 16-ounce container of heavy whipping cream. Put that in a bowl and put a 1/2 cup of allulose in there, and then just whisk it all up. And make sure your cream cheese, 2 blocks, whatever cream cheese you want to use, make sure it's been sitting out for a while so it's nice and soft. And look at this, the chocolate cupcakes are done. Don't they look delish? There you go. All right, here we go. Cream cheese whipped cream mixture is ready. I added lemon juice and lime juice to it. I added a little bit more, another 1/4 cup of allulose to this, and it's absolutely perfect. Now, let's get it in the cake pan. All right, here it is. I got a layer of the cake batter on the bottom, a layer of the cream cheese mixture, and then another layer of the cake batter. It's going in a 375-degree oven until toothpick comes out clean in from the center. All right, everyone, here's the chocolate cake. Look at that. Gorgeous, isn't it? And now I also have the cream cheese on top of that one. So let's try them both. But the folding of the flour and baking powder in there is the technique to get that spongy texture that you're looking for. All right, the chocolate cake is good. All right, now let's try it with the cream cheese topping. Yes, the cream cheese topping has the lemon and lime in it, so that might enhance the chocolate flavor. That actually works. All right, there you go, everyone. So that's the chocolate cake. Came out perfect, just the way I wanted it. All right, everyone, here's the lemon cheesecake one. All baked and almost cooled off. Okay, everyone, one thing to do with the chocolate cake batter, add 1 capful maybe 2 capfuls of pure vanilla extract, and add chocolate chips to that just to give it that extra chocolatey taste. Alrighty, and bake it the same way. Okay, once the cake is cooled off in the pan, stick it in the refrigerator so that the cream cheese filling solidifies. And then you can enjoy it. Alright, there you go.